Right again. Good morning. Thank you guys so much. Sorry I'm going to be down here. I broke everything on my left side, so I can't climb up on the stage today. So is this okay? Can you guys see me okay? Okay, great. Thank you. So we're going to have some fun today on growth hacking. But first, I wanted to just say that it is such an honor to be here in India. You know, I left San Francisco and Silicon Valley, one of the great startup centers of the world, to come to another great startup centers. In fact, I was so excited. My daughter is an artist, so she drew this in your honor when she heard that I was speaking here today. She even researched that the trunk goes up. That means well wishes. So thank you so much for having me here today. Now, we're going to have some fun, and hopefully you guys will ask me a lot of great questions. So we at IBM have been growth hacking. And you might go, wow, IBM is growth hacking. We've been growth hacking and doing research on how to optimize the innovation that exists inside of IBM and how to capture low-cost, fast ways of getting to the market. In our view, growth hacking combines what we call design, product management, marketing, and business development. And so as we're looking at that, we have teams in IBM that have small budgets that need to go fast and that have big tasks in front of them, much like what an entrepreneur lives through every single day of his or her life. So from our research, we have 5 of the top growth hacking techniques, and I know you guys will be talking about this all day, but I wanted to share this insight that we'll be going through today. So we're going to start out with number 1, which is around A/B testing. How many of you guys today do A/B things and look at these things and be much more successful? The second thing is, I call it small is beautiful. Now in the United States, we love kittens. And so I use that to emphasize that it doesn't have to be something big. It could be a small thing that you change that makes all the difference in the world. Now, I wanted to give you a couple examples of this, and I have a confession to make as well. So we, as IBM, have been growth hacking you guys. And what we do on our site called DeveloperWorks is we change small things. We change colors, we change messaging, we change positions of products, and we're able to tell. Sometimes we start a test at 8 a.m. and by noon, we know which of the 2 ways is more valuable for you, our clients, as you move through. In fact, in some of the things that we've been growth hacking you on, like IBM Bluemix, which is our cloud technology, we found that by making a bunch of small changes that we can measure from clients which way they like best, that we've been able to grow the number of registrations of our new product, Bluemix, by 7 times in 9 weeks. And right now, if you look at the latest report from ESG, we're now getting about 17,000 registrations a week, and we are the fastest growing pass in the world based on some of this growth hacking. Now, if you're thinking, well, I don't have a website, I'm doing something with consumers and it's all about people. Well, let me show you one of the new solutions that I love. And this is from one of our partners called Invisio. And they enable you to do A/B testing on facial recognition, eye movement, things that trigger an emotion. And that can change the A/B testing as you go along if you've got a consumer brand. It really is a powerful use of Internet of Things, leveraging different types of sensing and facial recognition, brought to you by our Watson platform, or cognitive computing. So our first growth hack that we have is all about A/B testing as number 1. Everybody good with that? Okay, so let's go on to number 2. And I love this one. Offer something for free. How many of you guys do this? Offer something for free? Okay, so more of you are doing free than A/B testing. There is a secret, though. You don't want to give away everything. And if you're going to offer something for free, what you give away must be sticky. It must cause you to come back. It must cause the customer to fall in love with you. So it can't just be a t-shirt, although I love getting t-shirts, by the way, but it's not going to be a t-shirt that causes you to come back. You can give away maybe part of your product or something that is a good slice of value for the customer, that they'll come back to receive the rest. So let me give you some examples of some growth hacking that I love. And I told you, because my team does growth hacking, I'm going to always use an example from my team, because I love people who do things, not just talk about things. So all of these examples I've done and experienced, not just talked about it. So one example is our Global Entrepreneur Program. You may or may not know that IBM has a Global Entrepreneur Program where we give you, for free as a startup, 120,000 US dollars worth of cloud credits, plus free mentoring, because we've acquired a lot of companies. We've got lots of entrepreneurs inside of IBM who can provide advice and counsel. And we have a lot of industry experts that give away free business acumen. Now, from all of that free stuff, we today have the fastest growing number of startups that are coming over to our cloud. But more importantly, because we're giving away something that's sticky, business expertise, not just free technology, but business expertise, linkage into the overall industry. We also have the highest retention of startups coming over to the platform and remaining with us. Now, if you think about other examples of giving something away from free, I love this startup called KickSim. Do you guys know KickSim? They're a startup. It was founded by two gentlemen from India who are working in Silicon Valley, and they're part of my Global Entrepreneur Program. And what they decided to do with their offering is they said, you know what? If we give away for free, for a time period, free roaming internationally, which I really need on this trip, then customers will come back to us. And that's exactly what they're doing, and that's exactly how they're seeing that hockey stick growth by giving something away for free, that's sticky, that then brings customers back to their startup product as we go along, okay? So number one, A/B testing. Number two, give something away for free, not just a t-shirt, but something that adds value and something that is sticky, that will cause people to fall in love with you. Well, maybe not you, your brand, your company, your product. Okay, number three, referral programs. How many of you guys have some sort of referral program today? Okay, so less. So this is probably the least of the three. So this is really powerful. If you think about a company today and how does somebody find out about your product? Do you know that today 94% of people will leverage a brand advocate, not your website? Only 13% of people go to your website first. But they will go to first someone who's fallen in love with your product, who refers them back to you, who says, this is a great product, I love it, you need to try it. And so setting up a really powerful referral program means that you get your customer to become your brand ambassador. So think about KickSim, for instance, that is speaking on behalf of IBM. Think about a client for you, a consumer maybe, who's speaking out on your behalf. Now, part of the secret here is that you know who those brand advocates are, because you're going to want to reward them in some way so that you can ensure that you're taking care of your brand advocates. So if you think about this referral program, I'll give you a couple of examples. So I thought this was a little different, but I know talking to lots of startups and working with lots of startups that talent is really important. Talent is really important to IBM as well. So one of the things that we started was a referral program to get great talent into the door. And so this is IBM employees referring others to IBM. And then even if you look over here on the right-hand side, it got cut off a little bit, there's a top referral scoreboard. So we use gamification that recognizes who is referring the most people to IBM to come and have new talent, and that scoreboard is points for IBMers that gets them particular rewards as well. Now this is a little different than a product, but I thought I would share this, again, because I know talent is so crucial, and we're in a war for talent right now, especially in the startup world. we're in a war for talent. This is one example of how you could grab that referral to really have a big impact. But let me show you another example. And this is one of my partners from the United States, Pavlok. Anybody heard of them? Okay, so this is pretty interesting. This is a wearable device, so IoT. And you wear it on your wrist. And it was featured on several of the most famous talk shows in the United States. So what happens is when you wear the bracelet, if you have a bad habit, let's say that you're a smoker, it can sense when you start smoking and it shocks you. Yeah, I know, right? He's selling this. Or if you're eating something sweet, it has sensors in it that picks up the smells of sugar and it shocks you. And supposedly, after 5 times of being shocked, you start to change your behavior. I don't know if it works or not, but I think it's interesting. So, how is he using a referral program? So he is leveraging advocates, friends, and he's saying anybody who recommends this. And if you go to the website, there's story after story. I quit smoking, I lost weight, I stopped doing this bad thing. He uses these brand advocates very effectively to grow his business. In fact, he got on one of the major talk shows in the United States by using some of these referrals to build up his brand and his brand equity. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so that was number 3 of our growth hacks. Helpful so far? So I was trying to give you really practical ways to start growth hacking on your great ideas, which I'm sure all of you have. Okay, so growth hack number 4 of our research of the most effective ways to growth hack is to share the love. Now this is really about doing something for the social good. So you're doing things that give back, whether it's giving back to a community, maybe a village in India, giving back to people in terms of health, or giving back in terms of some sort of nonprofit. In fact, I don't know if you noticed, Kickstarter. You guys familiar with Kickstarter? Did you see they just changed their corporate mission to a company of social good? If you haven't looked at it, go out there and look at it. They found that when they switched over to the social good mission, which the CEO really believes in, they're based in Brooklyn, New York, they actually increased their sales. So how many of you guys are doing this, kind of leveraging a social good project? Wow, so just a couple of you today. Okay, you have to believe this. It can't just be a marketing tactic for you. This has to be something that you really believe in. So it's really about building up your brand's trust, which is one of the most important things about a brand, is does the consumer trust you? But it also helps you to build up visibility and your credibility by really ensuring that you're giving back in some way. And it doesn't always mean giving away money, but doing something that's good for the rest of the world. So the best example of this, I think, is Tom's Shoes. Do you guys know Tom's Shoes? Where for every pair of shoes that's purchased, they give a pair of shoes away to a third world country. Business has been growing phenomenally. So giving back. So one of our startups here in India, and I think this is a great way to give back because of the mission of the company itself. And this is ClickDoc. Have you guys heard of ClickDoc? So I find that this is a phenomenal company, and I'm very passionate about what they do because what they want to do is to get specialized health care to anyone who can click, use a computer, access on a mobile device. So 24/7, 365 days a year, they want to ensure that to the furthest corners of India, that people have access to needed health care out there in the world, which is a great thing for common good. It also helps to make them profit, but it's also something that really helps the consumer embrace what they do and how they do that as well. This is another example. This is from my team. How many of you guys play Minecraft? Anybody plays Minecraft? Okay, wow, I thought there'd be more Minecraft. I'm a gamer, so. So this is really interesting. So one of the things that we decided is we created with a high school, and this high school got to nominate disadvantaged youth. And we worked with them to create a medical Minecraft game because all the kids love to play Minecraft. It's the #1 selling game of all time. And so we've worked with them, leveraging our technology, but also to help them create, using Internet of Things, the ability to diagnose certain illnesses that teenagers have and to use a fun way to do it, to do a gaming way to do it. We did this in Austin, Texas, another hot startup area, and the free press and the energy that's gone on behind this to promote what IBM does and what we did here for disadvantaged youth was very powerful. So this is a number 4 area of growth hacking as you move along. So another example that I wanted to tell you guys about is here in India, the Great Mind Challenge. We have run the largest group of students, and we give them free technology. We give them free advice and mentorship, obviously to get them on our platform, to get them innovating, to inspire the students. In fact, last night we had an entrepreneur who came to our little entrepreneur roundtable, and he told us that he actually started through the Great Mind Challenge, understanding about IBM technology that's now, grown up and created now his second company, had one successful exit and now his second company. So these are just some examples of how you can engage your community, how you can do something that's for good of the greater cause and have an impact that's positive on your brand and on your product and what you're doing for your business as well. Okay, so let's go on to number 5, and this is about ecosystem hacking. Now, this is one of the newest ones, and from the report, the multiplier effect of ecosystem hacking is probably one of the largest that we heard about there. And this is really about borrowing someone else's communities, someone else's alliances, or someone else's partnerships. So by partnering with them, you get access to the rest of their ecosystem. So how many of you guys are doing this? Because I know this one just hit the books. You go, okay, wow. So, wow, awesome. So many folks here in the room are doing this. I think this, if you look at the multiplier effect, it's really started to pick up and take off. So this is one I think that could be very powerful for you. So let me show you some examples. Citibank. So Citibank decided that they needed to create the next generation of millennial applications. And so what they did is they connected into IBM's ecosystem and to the ecosystem of startups, and they announced a mobile challenge where they had hundreds of thousands of members of IBM's ecosystem and all the startups ecosystem producing new applications for them and providing that intellectual capital for them. I think it was a great coup by Citibank, a great win for the startups as well, but a great way for them to connect into the ecosystem. One of the ways that we're doing this, and something that we're announcing that will come to India here in November, to really connect into that ecosystem is something called DeveloperWorks Premium. And DeveloperWorks Premium is for developers, and you guys know that in India, you guys by 2018 will have the most developers in the world. Did you guys know that? You will surpass the United States by 2018. The other cool thing I love is you have 3 times the number of women developers in India than in the United States today per Stack Overflow. So we're using DeveloperWorks Premium, and whose ecosystem are we hacking, or whose are we borrowing into? Well, GitHub. Anybody use GitHub out there? Yeah, okay, there you go. So we're borrowing GitHub's ecosystem because they're participating in this and giving a free private repository for anyone who signs up for DeveloperWorks Premium. We've also leveraged O'Reilly, who has the largest number of online courses and books out there, and so we're leveraging them to reach the developers as well. So it's just another example of how you can hack into or leverage for the good someone else's ecosystem. And then I had to show you this one as well. My team here in India has done some, what I think is pretty cool growth hacking. They have a team, a Blue Mix running team, and they run marathons. And they hack into the running community's ecosystem and get lots of people who love to run and are passionate about that to then come over to Blue Mix. In addition, they've done flash mobs down at the malls here, and then hacked into the ecosystem that's there at the mall to get attention for the portfolio or product. So this doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. It's a great way to partner with each other, like startups can partner with startups to hack into another ecosystem. So, as you remember though, these top growth hacks change. And what might be a great growth hack today, tomorrow will be spam because everybody's doing it. So you've got to stay on top of this. And this is why our research we continue to do, and we generate this about every quarter. So I hope that this was helpful to you, and I hope that you go away and you try some sort of A/B testing, that you look about giving something away for free, but something that's sticky and matters, that you look into a referral program so that you can build your own brand advocates that speak on your behalf, that you share the love and give back, which is really what life is all about, and that you try this new ecosystem hacking methodology that has the highest growth multiplier on it today. Again, a true honor to be here, and I guess we can open up for some questions. Thank you guys very much.